Welcome to our Bible study. Heavenly gracious God, thank you for this new day that you have given to us. Every day comes as a gift from you. Every day your grace is new and sufficient for all of us. Thank you for being with us as you promised that where two or three gather in your name. You said that you will be amidst us. Thank you for your presence and providence upon all of us. Give us all your heavenly knowledge and wisdom to know more about you through your Apostle John today. We give you all the glory, honor, and praise in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Before we start our Bible study, a couple of things that I would like to share with everyone. I have just completed my first unit in my CPE. About 300 hours of volunteering at Calvary Hospital. It was a little hectic for me, but it was nice. A lot of learning, a lot of unlearning. It was good. And the first unit, the last class happened on last Thursday, and the graduation is happening on coming Thursday at noon time at Calvary Hospital. Because each unit is like separate unit. Because even one unit is good enough to start your employment as chaplain. Some of the hospitals just ask for one unit of CPE. It's good. But if you want to continue, you can continue to do all the 4 units so that you could become a board certified chaplain. So another 3 more units for me to go. But I have decided, I've already got the admission into the second unit through the Lutheran Social Network. So I'm doing it online. That is weekly once, 3 hours class online. And whatever I have to present, everything will be online. And also the clinical hours, the volunteering that I should do, they said they will consider the 10 hours that I'm already doing at Bronx Psychiatric Center. So I don't have to do anything extra. So that's a blessing. So I will continue to do my second unit from October. That will go up to April, the second unit, and so on. But slow and steady.
What does that involve? What kind of study?
It's all the clinical thing, clinical pastoral thing. In Calvary, we actually concentrated on hospice patients. That's what we concentrated, because Calvary is palliative and hospice care. So that was a little tough for me when I became that. Became a lot of patients that I was able to see and interact, spend a lot of time with them. And but a strange thing happened which I would like to share with you. While I was happy about my second unit attached with my Bronx Psychiatric Center, the 10 hours that I don't have to do anything extra. When I was happy about it, from Bronx Psychiatric Center, they called me for a meeting to renew my contract there. Last Wednesday. Thursday, I'm completing the first unit, but the previous day, Wednesday, they called me for a meeting. So they called me, and then the director was there, and my supervisor was there, the business executive was there, and said, "We're sorry to inform you that your contract comes to an end by August. We are giving you 1 month notice at Bronx Psychiatric Center, and because the religious services, the clergy services have been outsourced to a staffing company from New York State. Can you believe it?
So what company?
Staffing company.
Staffing.
Okay. And the company is nothing to do with the clergy or religious services.
Did they say why
And I
they did that?
I was
Did
little
they say why they did that? Or was
politics only. I mean,
it?
or corruption. I mean, who knows? So they said, if you want, you could apply to them, and they would consider you or not. There is no guarantee. But for now, your contract comes to an end by August. I know that you have been working here for about 10 years, but we are sorry. It was a high-level decision taken by State Office of Mental Health at Albany. I was quite upset. Then I told them, okay, whatever God's will, I'm willing to accept and move ahead. If God closes one door, He will open another door. Then I was okay, and then came back. Then they sent me the information about the staffing company. Then I just Googled it. The staffing company is just located by the side of my company that I work for, Monday through Friday. Next door. Okay, in the corner. I'm in the 30th on Broadway, between 31st and 30th. And that's on 30th itself, on the corner building. Okay, I saw that. And I just moved from Long Island to my Midtown office, okay? See how God works. Then I just sent an email saying that I had a meeting with Bronx Psychiatric staff, and they told me that my contract is ending. This is my resume. And if at all, if there is anything that I can be a good fit to continue there, I would like to begin the conversation. I sent an email. I just sent the email, call comes. The next, not even minute, comes. He's a Muslim guy. Can you believe it? The owner of the staffing company is a Muslim guy. Muslim or Muslim. He called me. Reverend Alfred, I got your resume and email, quite impressive. So what are you doing? And all this, we had a conversation together. Oh, which company you're working? And then I said, Open Day Computing. Oh, we do a lot of staffing. You can also help us out in our staffing. Okay. I said, okay, sure. Can we meet for lunch? 11:30 is asking. Okay, 11:29 I sent an email. Can we go for lunch? I said, no, I can't go for lunch. Today is Thursday. I have my final classes at Calvary. Okay, so when can you go? Can we go on Saturday? No, Saturday I don't come to city. Sunday? No, Sunday I have church and all that. Okay, Monday. Okay, Monday. Then he said, okay, hold on. Let me just call my. Don't hang up. Okay. He called his senior recruiter and so how much? He asked me how much you're making. I'm making $50 per hour at Bronx. He said, okay, let's see whether we could make it. And he called the senior recruiter and how much we bid for the services. And she said, oh, I don't want to hide anything. We are getting $75 from the state per hour. So $50 is not a problem, right? Okay, so we will discuss, we'll meet on, no, hold on. I'm going to send an email. He sent an email. Check whether you got the email. I got the email saying that nice talking to you. I would, I'd like to safely say that I want you to continue your services at Bronx Psychiatric Center. We will talk about more hours when we meet on Monday. That's it. Can you believe it?
Yes. Wow. You're needed.
I need that not just for the money part, but I need that 10 hours in order to do my second unit. Otherwise, how can I do my second unit? It's all interlinked. And this guy might give me more business for my other company as well. He's a Muslim guy. I said I have a lot of respect for other religions, especially Christianity and all those things. And I can't believe it myself. And I just moved to Midtown Manhattan, back to Manhattan. And this company is right there. And my class is ending on Thursday. And the meeting held on Wednesday. But it's funny that in order to cut the budget, if they are going to cut the budget, then how can they give $75 to somebody outside?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Crazy.
Unfortunate.
So the state will end up spending more money,
Yeah, right.
more money for the religious services
That's what
by outsourcing. So who's gaining here? Nobody is gaining here. State is losing.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm neither a loser nor the winner because I'll be doing the same thing. But then the father, the Catholic father called me. Alfred, did he go for the meeting yesterday? I had the meeting this morning. He was so offended by that. You know, I cannot apply to a different company. That to staffing company, I cannot apply. I don't want to do that. He said, you know, I walked out of the meeting and he was offended. Like he's been working, he's doing more hours than me. More than 20 hours he's doing. So, and then he said, don't worry about it.
So there's no,
I will get you a job, he said.
So there's no religious people in this staffing company. They're just strictly regular.
It's a Muslim company.
It's a Muslim
Just
company.
going to fill these positions.
It's a Muslim company.
Okay, anyway, it's an opportunity for me to share gospel to the Muslim country, starting from this Monday. Okay, it's 9:10 now. Let's do something with John. So in this slide, we see different occasions of John's presence. You know, after the Jesus' ascension, after Jesus has been ascended to heaven, he appeared in several occasions. So none of the 12 people gave up on Christ. None of them gave up. The one person gave up on Christ, Judas, he killed himself and he was replaced. So there were 12 people intact, went all over the world and were faithful to the core, giving their own life. And John was one another. With Peter at the healing of the lame man in the temple, John was there. With Peter, he is thrown into prison, John was there. He's also with Peter visiting the newly converted in Samaria. Samaritans have been converted into Christianity, and John was there. Looks like he was like he clinged on to Peter, or Peter, like, you know, okay, he's a little brother, so don't go anywhere, just be with me till you gain more experience. So Peter would have just, you know, took him wherever he went as a little brother. And once when he gained a lot of experience, he went on his way. Next. His own ministry. Can someone read, please?
Oh, okay. Started in Judea and remained there at least for 12 years.
12 years he was there in one place. One place. You know, I'm sure that a lot of miracles happened, a lot of conversions happened, a lot of people followed Christianity in Judea. Next.
okay, went to Samaria with Peter.
That we saw in the earlier slide, that he went with Peter to Samaria to visit the Christians over there, the converted Christians.
Okay, went to Ephesus, Asia Minor, after the persecution of Herod Agrippa I.
So Herod Agrippa I, there's a lot of history behind him. That guy, when he took the power, he did not like the way that the believers or followers of Christ were, converting a lot of people. So he put a stop on that. So he started killing a lot of Christians. So a lot of Christians, ran away from that location, of wherever the Herod, the places under the rule of Herod Agrippa. And so that time he went to Ephesus in Asia Minor. There are 7 churches that we talk about in Revelations. All those 7 churches are in Turkey. All the 7 churches are in Turkey right now. So there is a special tour to visit all the 7 churches. I want to go one day. If anyone wants to join, we can go together. 7 churches that John talked about in the Revelations, and Ephesus is one of them in Asia Minor.
Okay, he returned with the other disciples to Jerusalem for the Apostolic Council about AD 51.
About AD 51, wherever the disciples went, they all came together again in Jerusalem to just, share about what's going on with their lives and how to have a strategy for their future ministry and where all they should go. Because they don't want the same person to minister into the same place. They want them to spread all over. So for that they met back again after so many years in Jerusalem. That's called the Apostolic Council. Next. And whatever we saw, these are all biblical traditions. We saw the evidences in Bible. And there are some extra biblical traditions like hearsay tradition or historical traditions. Year after year people talk about that and they record it, some statements. From that we come to know about a lot of details. And this is one of them. Can you read this?
Oh. John was allegedly banished by the Roman authorities to the Greek island of Patmos, where he wrote the book of Revelation.
Because the book of Revelations, it doesn't say where he was and who wrote it. There were a lot of confusions about who written the book. And now they have come to a conclusion that John is the one who wrote the book when he was banished to an island called Patmos, where he was alone. And this is the picture. Like he was alone and then he wrote the Revelations. Say that he's very old. Yeah, he was getting old. He was the only person who died when he became all the other people were killed when he was young. He was the only person. It's near Greece. And the only person, only apostle, John is the only apostle who had a natural death. All the other people died. Next. He survived the prison and in the prison. Okay, somebody can read.
According to Tertullian, in the prescription of heretics, John was banished, presumably to Patmos, after being plunged into boiling oil in Rome and suffering nothing from it.
Okay, hold on. Let me just explain. John, according to Tertullian is actually a theological author, and he wrote a lot of books. He did a lot of research, and according to him, John, by the Roman authorities, was banished, and they gave him a tough punishment. Like they put him in the boiling oil. Sometimes when you cook, when I go to kitchen, I am banished from the kitchen. Okay, when I go, why are you here? Don't come here when I'm here. No, I don't want too many people here. Okay, then I will always run away. I go with a good intention to help her, But that doesn't happen because she chases me away. And because the fact
Only
there
because
is
of that.
oil boiling, and what if the oil, what is that called?
Mustard seed.
Huh?
Mustard.
Mustard seed,
When you put
when
in oil,
it
it's
burns,
popping.
it pops and it touches my skin, and it will burn. Even for that, it's so difficult. We are afraid of the hot sun. We think we will be burnt, so we put the AC on, water drinking, and we are not able to survive. We think that we will not survive. But here, in the boiling oil, he was put in. And you know what? The boiling oil did not do anything to him. Didn't do anything to him. Did not do anything to him. So the Romans didn't know what to do with him. Then they banished him into Patmos. Okay? So let's see. Next.
It is said that all in the entire Colosseum audience were converted to Christianity upon witnessing this miracle.
That's the beauty of it. A lot of people were witnessing it because Romans especially, they do it public. If they want to kill, they invite all the public people to the Colosseum, and then they have the lion comes and kills people, or the prisoner has to fight with the lion. You remember about Daniel, the story of Daniel. Same thing. They want to kill somebody, or two prisoners will be fighting with each other, wrestling with each other, and finally one person will be killed. The other person will survive, and he will be killed also by the Roman soldiers in front of the entire people. And this thing also, the boiling of the oil and putting John into it also happened. The entire audience was there, and whoever witnessed that particular miracle, everybody believed in Christ. Okay, they saw it by their own naked eyes. That's what happened. It's a big miracle happened. Okay? Next.
This event would have occurred during the reign of Domitian, a Roman emperor who was known for his persecution of Christians in the late first.
Next.
When John was aged, he trained Polycarp, who later became bishop of Smyrna. This was important because Polycarp was able to carry John's message to future generations. Polycarp taught Irenaeus and passed on to him stories about John.
Okay, so John trained Polycarp. That's how it is, keep going. You train somebody, and he trained somebody, and he tells about the stories of your relationship with me. You pass on the information, then you pass on to other people. One becomes two, two becomes four. Like that, the Christianity spread all over the world. And Polycarp became the bishop of Smyrna. Smyrna is another place, town. And future generations, and Polycarp taught Irenaeus. Irenaeus is very popular. He became the bishop as well. He became very popular. And for every individual, if you want to know about them, You can Google it. You will have tons of information about each one of them. If we start reading about each one of them, the one life is not good enough for us to learn about everything. Next please. Okay, next one.
It is traditionally believed that John survived his contemporary apostles and lived to an extreme old age, dying naturally at Ephesus in about AD 100.
About AD 100, he died. So, I don't know what was his age. Maybe about 90 or 80, 85. I'm not sure about the exact age, but he was the only person who died. Next week. Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
it's
correct.
correct. Next.
John's traditional tomb is thought to be located at Selkirk, a small town in the vicinity of Ephesus.
That is also in Turkey. If you go to the 7 churches, you'll be able to witness the tomb of John IV. Seljuk. Seljuk is actually a Turkey royalty, Seljuk dynasty. So that came from that village Seljuk. And that ruled, actually they only defeated the Byzantium Roman Empire, and they became very big. Next to them is Ottoman Empire, Muslim empires. Okay. Next one. Other religions. Okay. Can you read?
The Quran also speaks of Jesus' disciples, but does not mention their names, instead referring to them as helpers to the work of God. Muslim exegesis and Quran commentary, however, names them and includes John among the disciples. An old tradition which involves the legend of Habib, the carpenter, mentions that John was one of 3 disciples sent to Antioch to preach to the people there. Latter-day Saint view. Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints believe that John was immortalized and returned in 1830 to restore the priesthood, Latter-day Saints, authority with apostolic succession to earth. John, along with the 3 Nephites, will live to see the second coming of Christ as translated beings.
Next one. Okay. How many slides are there? No.
3 more, 4
Okay,
more.
Maybe we'll
This-
see them next week. But John is also regarded in other religions, including Muslim. We'll talk more about that next week.